Hello everybody, welcome to my channel Rukaya_Healthy Living. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and also hit the bell icon to get notified whenever I upload a new video. Like, share and also please leave your comments down below. Thank you. Hello everybody, I hope you all watched part 1 of this video on diabetes, which covered what is diabetes, types and causes of diabetes. If you all haven't yet, I recommend you all first click on the link given on the top right corner and check it out before you all start viewing part 2 of the video. Thank you. In today's video, we shall be discussing on symptoms, diagnosis and dietary management in a patient suffering from diabetes. Coming to the symptoms of diabetes, the 11 most relevant symptoms of diabetes include hyperglycemia, glycosuria, fluid and electrolyte imbalance, acidosis, polyuria, nocturia, polydipsia, polyphagia, dehydration, fatigue and weight loss, and increased excretion of potassium, magnesium, and phosphorus from the body. Discussing each symptom a little in detail. Hyperglycemia. A deficient supply of the functioning insulin affects the metabolism of carbohydrates, proteins, fats, water, electrolytes, etc. As a result of this, the glucose that enters the circulation from various sources is removed slowly, and that results in hyperglycemia, increased glucose levels in the body. Glycosuria. When the blood glucose level exceeds its renal threshold, that is between 160 to 180 mg per 100 ml, glycosuria occurs. Fluid and electrolyte imbalance. The loss of glucose in the urine represents a large wastage of energy, and that results in increased elimination of water and sodium, resulting in an imbalance in the fluids and electrolytes of the body. Acidosis. In diabetes mellitus, the ketones are produced as a result at a rate that far exceeds the ability of the tissues to utilize them, and this results in increased concentrations of acetones in the body, also resulting in fruity odor in the breath. Polyuria and nocturia. Glycosuria occurs when the blood glucose level is 180 mg per dl. The volume of urine is markedly increased in diabetes, and polyuria and nocturia occur. Polydipsia and polyphagia. Polyuria leads to the loss of water and electrolytes, which results in thirst and polydipsia. Patients feel excess hunger as glucose is lost in urine and tissues are starved of glucose. Dehydration. Loss of water and electrolytes continue. Depletion of extracellular fluid leads to clinical features of severe dehydration. Fatigue and loss of weight. Impaired utilization of carbohydrates results in a sense of fatigue, and this results in severe loss of weight as well. Increased excretion of potassium, magnesium, and phosphorus. As glycogen and protein are catabolized, glucose, water, and electrolytes partially increased excretion of potassium, magnesium, and phosphorus. As glycogen and protein are catabolized, increased excretion of potassium, magnesium, and phosphorus. An increased urinary excretion of potassium, magnesium, and phosphorus occurs in uncontrolled diabetes. Coming to the diagnosis of diabetes. Diabetes can be diagnosed by either glycosuria, ketonuria, a random blood sugar test, or a glucose tolerance test. Let us now discuss each in detail. Glycosuria. The presence of abnormal amounts of sugar in the urine should be regarded as evidence of diabetes. A following procedure is done to detect abnormal amounts of glucose in the urine. Urine is voided just before the meal. Breakfast or lunch is taken with usual helpings of carbohydrate-rich foods such as bread, chapatis, rice or fruits. Urine is voided 2 or 3 hours after the meal, and it is examined for sugar using the glucose-specific dipstick method or the diastics consisting of a paper stick which is impregnated with an enzyme preparation which gives a semi-quantitative estimate of the amount of glucose of the amount of urine that is present in the glucose. Ketonuria. The amount of ketone bodies normally excreted by a healthy individual is not detected by any routine methods. However, using acetous tablets or keto stick paper sticks, the amount of ketones that are excreted by a patient who is suffering from diabetes can be detected. Random blood sugar test. A random blood glucose exceeding 200 milligrams per dl is almost certain to indicate diabetes. Glucose tolerance test. Oral glucose tolerance test is considered to be a confirmatory test for a patient who is suffering from glucose. All medication should be stopped for at least 3 days before this test is performed. The fasting blood sample is drawn. 75 grams of glucose is dissolved in about 250 to 300 ml of water, and lemon juice may be added for flavor or to prevent nausea. Blood and urine specimens are collected every 30 minutes for 2 hours after the administration of glucose. Coming to the management of diabetes. Diabetes is something that cannot be cured completely. However, by regular physical activity and eating well balanced meals, it can be managed, or rather controlled. Diet. Looking into the diet aspect, it is recommended to eat small, frequent meals at regular intervals of time. The whole day's meals should be divided into 3 big meals and 4 small meals. Try eating the My Plate way, which is you eat from every food group but eat in controlled portions. Exercise. Do regular physical activity at least 5 to 6 times a day for 30 to 45 minutes. Do any form of activity you enjoy.